Upgrades.
Hey, it's Jorge giving you a quick exclusive review from here in Tribeca. This movie is called Al Fresco. And this is a short comedy which is actually pretty unique and ingenious the way that they wrote it. So the synopsis of this is large room in a dream apartment, unbeatable location, ready to move in, plenty of light. And as all of us know, with obviously rent and housing prices getting out of control, this movie just kind of plays on it. And it shows this owner of this beautiful apartment, like out of this world. And the funny thing is that there's tons of people that are living in it, to the point where every time that they raise his rent, they bring on a new roommate per se. But it's funny when you start seeing, the more you're going through this like phenomenal dream looking apartment, the more hilariousness it is. So you have like, a standard room, and as he's going through like kind of listing all the people who are living there, there's basically like a bed on the floor that two college students rent out. There's certain spaces within the apartment that you can't go into because influencers like taking pictures and videos there, and they use that, obviously for rent and all that. And one of the guys ended up sleeping because he couldn't afford rent anymore, so they negotiated with him, and he sleeps on the couch, and that's his place. And this guy, he's walking through, and the final spot, he's going through the whole house, and he's trying to figure out, okay, where am I gonna live? The owner and his wife and kids basically stay in like a hallway per se, but he's asking them like, where am I gonna stay? Where's my room? And he's like, let me show it to you. And he walks outside to the terrace, and he's basically sleeping outside in the terrace. So the whole time he's looking at him, and he's like, wait, you want me to sleep out here, like outside? And the guy's like spinning it like it's a great view, it's almost summer. And obviously he's already told him that there's tons of people that are trying to hit him up for this apartment. And I think it's because most people think it's an actual room for rent. But he's going through, and you can see this guy just kind of contemplating like, am I really about to pay 800 euros to sleep outside? And as soon as you see him kind of contemplating, you see the doorbell ring, and he's like, oh, it's the next person's here. And the guy instantly just gets the apartment, and he's like, fine, I'll take it. This is great stuff, nothing to worry about. And it's hilarious because he calls his mom, and he's telling his mom like, hey, I got the place, I'm moving out, I'm becoming more independent. And when it kind of ends with him telling her, like, yeah, it's like there's tons of fresh air here, like it's really fresh, which is kind of like a play on like the title of this. But overall, this was just like a fun and cheeky little short, which is kind of what you would expect and what you would want. Overall, I thought the character build-up was fun. I can see this being a hilarious, almost like sitcom show where like every season you kind of get introduced to a new roommate per se. But overall, this was a fun one. Rating this one 1 to 10, I'll probably give this like a solid 7. I thought this was fun, enjoyable, and definitely something to go check out. Obviously, if you guys are at Tribeca, hopefully you guys check this out. You guys were able to see this. Once again, this one's called Al Fresco, and this was just a fun one. Hopefully you guys got to see it. But as always, this is Jorge, and we'll see you next time. Peace.